Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. You know, when you live in a place like I do, practicality is everything, okay? And I was a little tentative trading in my four-wheel drive truck. I used to have an Xterra with big wheels and a rear differential locker so that I could travel around on the roads at my house. Okay, and this has just started snowing at the beginning of the year. There's going to be more snow than this. And I bought a Subaru. I bought the Outback Wilderness, which has all-wheel drive. And so here it is. I have to go to the store. I have to buy bottled water and drop some stuff off at the dump. And I'm going to just show you what the conditions are here, okay? It snowed about a foot, then a little bit of rain, then a little bit of snow. So it's this really crunchy. Can you hear? You fall through it. It's crunchy, but a little bit of a hard top. It's like crunchy snow. But you put your foot on it and it breaks through. Right, so it's not pushing a lot of snow. It was easy when it was fresh snow because the wheels could turn and grip ground underneath, right? And with the all-wheel drive in X mode, the four-wheel drive with the wheels would kind of spin on the snow, but when they gripped the pavement underneath, they would get traction and no problem. And this is easy up here where it's flat. But I've got quite the hill driveway that I have to go down and back up. Go for a walk here and just see the conditions. And you see these are my tracks here. I made it up. But now that it's cooled off a bit, underneath this now is ice. My weight of my car has packed down these tracks and now they're very icy. And I've got to drive down here. And this is quite a slope. I'm heading downhill here to the road, and I've got to go to the dump, and I've got to be able to get back up here. So let's take it for a spin. Join me on my trip to the dump. So let's select X mode, deep snow and mud, okay? Get in reverse. The reverse camera is useless because there's snow on my camera. That's always a great design. Let's do it here, guys. Do it old school by actually turning around and looking where I'm going. And holy shit. This is no problem where it's flat. I don't think I'll have a problem going downhill, but we're gonna see if we can get back up. See, now it's not moving. No gas, it's not moving. It's actually got to work a little bit. And we're going to use the hill descent because we're in X mode. So if I get it going about 5 kilometers an hour, then the car will maintain that speed as I go down this hill. And if I start slipping, I'll put the wheels onto new snow rather than the tracks that I've created that are very icy. So I'm going to point it out the front here and we're going to go down the hill. Let's go down the hill. Hill descent. And the car is just doing, I got my foot off. I'm not touching anything. I'm not touching any of the pedals. The car is going 5 kilometers an hour. It's partly engine braking, but I can feel the brakes coming on. I'm just going down this hill 5 kilometers an hour. I think I could easily go a little bit faster than this. Let's speed up a little bit. And there's some bare spots. Let's put the wheels right on the snow. Okay, now I've got hill descent at 9, 10. Now the car wants, just keeping it at 9. I sped up a little bit. This is the steepest part. I'm heading down. This is where the trees felt and cut off the power. And I'm high centering here. There's enough snow that I'm high centering. No problem. Easy. So let's take it off X mode and let's head to the dump. Now look at the road conditions. This is really good road conditions for the winter. Complete sheer ice. Have a look. Okay, so this is sheer ice. A little bit of sand. They've sanded it. Huh? Yeah, you want to buy yourself a Porsche or a Mercedes? Or an Acura? Okay, let's head to the dump, guys. The dump road. Sheer ice. And you know what? I have yet to feel out of control with this car ever. Even on this is like, if you don't have winter tires on this and four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, you're probably going in the ditch. This is like sheer ice. I mean, even the cows are going to have a problem here because we got these cattle guards. Do you guys have these? This is to keep the cows from crossing. It's a misty day. So I'm traveling on sheer ice, heading to the dump. I'm going to pick up a bottled water and then I'm going to head back home. Another cattle guard here, so I'm going to slow down. This is my backyard, guys. This is, you know, we don't put the garbage out and have the garbage man come, you know. We handle our own garbage. We go to the refuse center and dump it. I go about once a week. And they got recycling there and all that kind of stuff. And it's a little ways out here. I mean, complete sheer ice. No problem. I'm like, easy. Look at this, guys. Like this is sheer ice. I think they sanded a little bit over here. Nobody coming from that way. Nobody coming from that way. Let's see if we give it a little gas here. It doesn't fishtail, guys. Almost 50 kilometers an hour, 40, 45. It doesn't fishtail. That was full gas around the corner on sheer ice. The all-wheel drive just adjusts the power to keep your car tracking straight. No fishtailing, no spinning out. Now, if you've got momentum like this, if you're going 50 and you slam on the brakes, you do slide. Okay, all-wheel drive will not make you stop faster. It will not make you stop faster. You will still slide when you slam on the brakes, but it will make you start faster and in more control. Do you got that, guys? That's a mistake a lot of people make. All-wheel drive, or four-wheel drive for that matter, but I'm talking about all-wheel drive on this car, will make you start faster than a car with two-wheel drive because you got four wheels applying and searching for traction on the road. So I can, on sheer ice, in full control as well, even if I'm turning, as I pushed the gas down and did that 90-degree turn to the left, all-wheel drive in this car will adjust power to all the wheels and apply brakes to some wheels when it senses that your car is spinning out. And so you track the curve, the turn that you're trying to make. I guess the computer knows you're turning the steering wheel like this, the car should be going like that. If it does something different, it adjusts. But it maintains power. It doesn't just cut off the power to the wheel. So you can accelerate through the turn and turn without losing control. It actually feels amazing. So you will accelerate and you will move forward with more control and more speed than not having all-wheel drive. That's true. But you will not stop faster than stopping has everything to do then with the friction your tires have on the ice. And if it's sheer ice, it doesn't matter what tires you are, you will slide. But it's all about friction at that point. So if you have a really, really heavy vehicle with really good tires, you will stop. Well, heavy also, there's more momentum to slow you down. So there's a lot of variables in that equation, but it has to do, I guess, with your weight, because it'll be harder to stop a heavier object. And number two, the friction that your tires have on the surface of the road, which in this case is ice. If the friction coefficient is like infinite, you're going to slide. It doesn't matter what you have. 4-wheel drive, 10-wheel drive, 30-wheel drive, it doesn't matter. So I think I was a little confusing there. Yes, a heavier vehicle will have more friction with the road, but that effect is minimal, really a little bit more. But the biggest overwhelming effect is the friction of the actual tires on the surface with the road. So for instance, on ice, if you have spiked tires with studs in them, you're going to have much more friction than any snow tire or regular tire, so you will stop faster. All right, but most rubber compound tires on sheer ice, you're not going to stop fast. It doesn't matter what you have, really, because the friction is minimal, right? Did you follow what I said? I think I've confused everyone, but that's not what you care about. Let's see if I can make it up this hill here. Let's just check it out. So here we are at the base, and we got to get up. We got to get up here. We can do it. Of course it's going to make it, right? You know it's going to make it, because if it didn't make it, would I have posted this video? Maybe I get stuck halfway and the car slides off the embankment there. And the rest of the video is about me calling the tow truck. Well, let's do it. Now let's put it in deep snow mud X mode. I've read some comments that some people make is, can you use the paddle shifters? Why not put it in first gear? Use the paddle shifters to keep it in first gear and in X mode, and then control the throttle when you go up. And you don't want to do that. And I've tested it out. And what this car seems to do, when you're in X mode cuts out at 25 kilometers or faster. So it's for low speed driving. And once you get going faster, X mode cuts out. But when X mode is engaged, you're pretty much in first gear. The car keeps it in first gear. So I'll get this car to about 2,000 RPM, and this car has full torque at 2,000 RPM. So I have full torque and the full power of the engine in drive mode when it's in X mode. All right, so I don't have to worry about paddle shifting or gears or anything like that. It's not going to shift into third gear, and I'm going to stall out. It's simply going to keep it I just made a mistake there, because this car does not have gears. It has a CVT, but it'll keep it at a decent RPM range, about 2,000, where you have full torque. It does it on its own. Okay, so let's go here. We got X mode going, and we're going up the hill. It's hard to tell, but okay, I'm going to put the wheels even on the snow. It's slipping, because there's ice underneath. There's ice underneath, guys. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop halfway up the hill here, because you don't believe me. Let's stop halfway up the hill. Should I really stop halfway up the hill? I'm going to put it in park. Okay? We're halfway up the hill. This is one part of the hill here. Okay? Here I am. Now, I hope my car doesn't slide up, but we're going up there. But you can't see it when you're doing a video. But let me show you the other side of the hill here. Okay? This is the other side. Like, those trees are 30 feet down already. Okay, we are coming up this hill. And I'm on believe it or not, we're going up a steep hill. Oops. It's hard to capture on camera. It's very difficult to capture on camera how steep the hill is. So let's just put it in drive. And we're stopped on the steepest part of the hill. And we'll just start. No problem. A little bit of slip sliding. Let me put the wheels right on the snow. I'm gonna put the wheels right on the snow. Look at this. We're driving in a foot of snow. I'm right on the snow. Slipping, slipping, slipping. X mode engaging. No problem. We made it up with some slipping. I wish I had a camera outside. Did you hear the engine? I came up here and I had my wheels in the pre-made ruts, and then as you can see, I started new track up here. So the wheels were digging this part, right wheel on this part, and the left wheel on this part, through the deepest part of the snow. And right here, the car started losing it a bit, started jittering left and right. And I did a little correction with my steering wheel. A couple of the wheels went on the more solid ground, and a couple of wheels were still on the snow, and it did a little jitterbug. Little jitterbug here, and then kept going. But look at this. It just plowed through and demolished the snow until it got to the ground. No problem. And we are way up the hill here, guys. So that was fun. I do this every day. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I wanted to give you a real life example of what it's like to drive in bad winter weather. Not like those sponsored channels that get their Subarus for free from Subaru, and then they go to a special course that's set up for them that Subaru knows exactly what the capabilities are, and it looks really impressive, but you'll never drive on stuff like that. This is reality. And this is why I have this car, and I have to say that it's handled fantastic in every situation so far. And this is as bad as it gets for most people, right? Driving on sheer ice and snow. And I got to tell you that the thing handles safely and impeccably. Even my walk to get to my car is treacherous. That's my leading up to my stairs, so there's like sheer ice here. So I still have some work to do. I just started shoveling, but it's almost impossible. But I can get to and from the store or places I want to go, or if there's an emergency. I have no problem heading out there. Even if there was 2 feet of snow going downhill, it's no problem. And coming uphill, I'd probably push the snow out of the way until those wheels dug into the ground. So thanks for watching. And if you're enjoying the videos, please subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate. Help the channel keep growing. And I will do some more adventurous videos in the summer when I take that thing up into the mountains here, into the valleys in between the mountains, to my favorite fishing spots, some of which are very difficult to get to, and you need four-wheel drive, and we're going to take that thing down this summer, and I promise I'll do some videos of those, okay? Of those trips. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you. That wasn't me spitting, that was snow. I'll catch you on the next one.